Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's program. After this afternoon's presentation, it's going to be a team effort. As you can see, we have a huge group and a great individuals joining us this afternoon, which I truly appreciate. Today, actually, after I have my few opening remarks, we're going to be joined by President Ellen Silverstein and Mary Ann Hewitt and Alan Cox from Financial Literacy. But before we move it over to when they start discussing about financial literacy, I want to talk a little bit about what has happened in the profession over this past week. First off, many of you probably received a notification from the IRS concerning your PTIN. Due to security reasons, the IRS has changed the address of the email in which you're going to be receiving correspondence on your PTIN. So they're making a note that you need to update and allow for that email to be accepted into your email box. So the emails that you used to get from the PTIN address, which you're probably seeing on your screen right now, will no longer be used, and you'll start seeing them from the new email. So make sure that has been updated. So hopefully you're seeing that on your screen. Also on Monday, Tom Bray and I attended the Maryland Individual Income Tax Preparer meeting down in Baltimore. Two items came to our attention. One being that, as you may know, Maryland only has the ability to capture one address for registered tax preparers. This seems to be a problem, and they brought it to our attention at the meeting because many tax preparers sometimes are only seasonal. So they're sending out information concerning their registration to the address of your employer. They are thinking that the registered preparer is not getting the correspondence. So they are recommending that you go online, bring up your information in the website, and change your address to your home address. Now, I know many of you are concerned about that because when they first started the program, your home address was shown on your certificate. About a year and a half ago, they stopped doing that. So any new certificates that are coming out do not show the addresses. So they've taken care of that part because they could not update the database to allow for two addresses. So this was their solution. So if you are a seasonal registered tax preparer, they're recommending that you go in and update your email, your address to your home address. Also, they have brought to our attention the RFP will be going out shortly to different providers because the test with the current PSI exam provider will be over as of June 2019. So they are looking at possibly getting a new provider or keeping with PSI. Again, that has not been determined, but the RFP for that will be going out next week. So they want to be on target and be timely and to make sure that we do not see any delays from June 2019 to the new contract period. So they are on that, and we applaud the board for being on that program quickly and making sure there is no delays in the testing because we all need to have our taxes prepared. So also, I want to give you a couple other updates. As you know, as Ellen talked about a couple weeks ago, we still have room at the Business Builders Think Tank, which will start on September 20th. So if you haven't registered for that, that's still available. We still have some seats left for the Day in DC on October 17th. And we still have room for the Employee to Entrepreneur program on October 25th. Now I want to give you some new and exciting news. So on October the 1st, which is a Monday, we have just put together a brand new seminar, and it's going to be for members only, and it's going to be a half-price event. It's going to be learning techniques for maximizing charitable giving. This is a really hot topic with the change of the Tax Act. Don't you agree, Ellen?
I do.
So you're going to get 2 CPEs for this, and this will take place in Owings Mills. So hopefully by the end of the day, you will be able to register for that event on the website. So again, we're going to have limited space for this. So if you're interested in this topic, and again, you can't beat the price, $30 for 2 CPE, and it's a member-only special. So make sure you take a look at that. So now let me turn it over to Ellen, Marianne, and Alan. Thank you for your patience and thank you for joining us this afternoon. So, Ellen?
The Maryland Society of Accounting and Tax Professionals, MSATP, has gotten involved with the Maryland Coalition for Financial Literacy and the Maryland Council on Economic Education, and that is quite a mouthful, to start supporting their efforts in getting financial literacy into the schools. So they've already had the programs in place, and we are offering our members who are volunteers and who are volunteering for this project to actually go into the schools and help those teachers either give a presentation, help assist with some other learning objective within the schools. So we're really excited about it. We've had one of our members do some work already, and we'd like to continue that as the school year is quickly approaching, obviously. So, and currently, as you'll see, you can learn more about the financial literacy at a website that'll be put up on your on the screen. And Alan, tell me why isn't financial literacy a requirement in the state of Maryland, and how many counties have it and who doesn't?
Well, it kind of is and kind of isn't. What happens is back in 2010, the State Department of Education mandated that every Maryland public school include financial education in the curriculum.
Mhm.
Now, be careful how you say that, though. Mandated in the curriculum. It doesn't mean it's a high school graduation course. It doesn't mean that every high school in Maryland is going to have a graduating senior just had a course in financial education. It doesn't mean that at all. What's happening is that in elementary school, middle school, and high school, in public schools in Maryland, they are obligated to include financial education, financial literacy concepts. All right? Now, currently, there are 7 Maryland school systems that have a high school graduation requirement. And we're really hopeful that there's going to be an 8th here pretty soon. Baltimore County is very close to having a course that almost every kid is going to take when they're seniors, 12th graders, and it's going to include about 75% of that course is going to be personal finance.
Wow.
Now, for your members, that mandated curriculum includes 6 broad goals. Right? So kind of as I go through these, if your members can just think about what kind of expertise they have in each of these 6 goals. Right? So goal number 1 is economic and financial decision making. That's the whole process. But how do you go about making a financial decision? How do you go about making an economic decision? Cost benefits, advantages, disadvantages, pros and cons, those kinds of analytical things that you have to do before you make decisions. Right? All right, that's goal 1. Goal number 2, choosing a career, right? Earning an income. Right? I think your members could talk about careers in the financial world, right?
How we all got involved in
exactly.
how I decided I was going to become a CPA.
What characteristics make someone a good accountant or tax professional? Right? All right, that's goal 2. Goal number 3, it's a biggie, managing your money. All right, this is your budgeting one. This is a taxation one. Choosing a financial institution. All those things go into managing your money. Goal number 4, credit and debt. How do you go about choosing whether or not you should go into debt for a home, a car, education, a vacation? And once you're in debt, what's the best way to limit how much you're paying in interest?
Right, and can you afford that debt?
And can you afford it? And the importance of keeping a good, strong credit score, right? And how that saves you money,
Right.
Or enables you to get credit to begin with.
And what it is even to begin with.
Yeah.
And then that's goal number 4. Goal number 5, also huge, saving and investing. Would any of your members right now give a piece of advice to anybody saying, well, you should depend on Social Security as your only form of retirement income?
No.
And or our kids how to save and invest. It's got to happen. It can't happen when you're 50.
Right.
It's got to happen long before that. All right. That's goal number 5. Goal number 6 is how do you protect your wealth? All right. So you have identity theft issues, fraud issues, warranties, insurance, all those things that you do to kind of protect your wealth and your money. And that's what we're hoping that every kid gets in Maryland before they graduate from high school.
So critical. I'm
Yes.
shocked that it really isn't a requirement already everywhere
I know.
throughout the state, but
It is.
we'll have to work on that.
Yes.
MCEE is a nonprofit, and we had our audit last week, and the young man who did the actual numbers on the paper, said I started saving with my first paycheck.
Wow.
He
Good for
said
him.
my first paycheck, I had money taken out and to invest.
Mm.
And I said, money that was given you or money that you earned? He said, oh no, money that I earned, my first paycheck.
There you go.
That's great.
That's it.
It takes a village, right?
It does.
Yes.
It takes a village.
So we're very interested in partnering with both Dr. Cox and Marianne's organizations, as it was the Maryland Coalition for Financial Literacy and the Maryland Council on Economic Education, and trying to work on how we can best get into the schools and help support their efforts, and we can lend our own expertise and talents to that. So
Right.
we're very excited about it. Thank you for joining us.
Well, I think before we step off, there is also not only the teaching of the financial literacy, but also of educating them on what career opportunities they have in the accounting profession and the
Absolutely.
tax profession, and that's important too.
In the finance world, there's
In the
so much
finance
you can
world.
do.
Yes,
Having an accounting or finance background, there are so many potential job descriptions.
right.
It wasn't just becoming a CPA, as it may have been stressed to me, but there were so many other opportunities. Many
Right.
of my friends, when we graduated, went into banking, never got their CPAs.
Right.
So there's just a whole lot that can be done, and
So-
lots of careers that can be had.
I just thought of another way your members can help, actually. There are a number of high schools in Maryland that have a National Academy of Finance program or other kinds of business programs that are out there they're teaching accounting and business management and entrepreneurship and those kinds of courses separately in the business department. And teachers are always looking for opportunities for their kids to have internships. So if any of your folks would like to provide an internship for a high school student, especially, there are teachers that'd be very interested in talking to them. Another opportunity for your members would be job shadowing, where, let's say, a kid who's interested in accounting can observe someone doing accounting, right?
I
In
want
a
them in
real
my
world
office
setting.
for the day during the middle of height of tax season.
Right.
That might easily dissuade them.
Another thing that teachers often look for professionals is mock interviews, where the kids have to prepare a resume, and then they have people from the business world come in and listen to them giving their talk about applying for a job.
Right.
It's kind of practice for that. And a lot of schools do that.
Well, actually, we are putting together we're calling it a interview
Boot
boot
camp.
camp.
Right.
And it's going to be November the 12th. And actually, we're doing that, and we're bringing in some students, and we're bringing in some tax and accounting professionals to do some mock interviews. Not only the interview that's, at the office, but also at the career days. And so we're also doing both. So, there's two types. There's that down and dirty, quick interview, and then there's also the more professional sit down, what they're looking for, how you should answer, what questions you should be looking for, and how should you be answering those questions. So we're putting that together on November 12th, and we're actually working with Hartsback and Owings Mills, which is, thank you, Hartsback, for working with us on that. And in addition to that, we are going to be videotaping it and posting it so that it can be used as a tool in the future. So we will definitely be sharing that with you. So you can share that with the high schoolers. I think that'll be great.
That'd be awesome.
So that'd be great.
Perfect
And
segue.
one of our signature programs is called the Stock Market Game. And it's a saving and investing simulation. Teams of kids start with $100,000 in virtual cash, and they can make investments in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, exchange traded funds. So if any of your members have some expertise in that area, we have teachers that would love to have them in the classroom helping the kids play the stock market.
Right.
Perfect.
I read the other day that 85% of people would rather go to the dentist than talk to a financial planner. And
They haven't been to
and
my
that-
dentist then.
and that's kind of a laughable thing, but the one thing I think that we are very proud of is that the students that the teachers we train teach take a lot of information home to their parents.
Mhm.
And, so this is a great way for them to go to their parents and say, how many credit cards do you have?
Mhm.
Maybe you don't need that many. Do
Right.
you always pay your bill on time? Do you know your credit score? How much money do you have for your future? And
Great
It
conversations.
starts
together.
great
and it's-
conversations.
And it's conversations that are non-confrontational.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's like I'm sharing what I've learned. I'm a little bit of an adult today. And,
Right.
you know, that's why kids love the stock market game. So, you know, it empowers them with, you know,
Yeah.
to show that they really can make good decisions. And
The accountant that did our audit played the stock market game when he was in high school.
that's why we had that conversation.
Wow,
That's why
you talk
he said-
about full circle, huh?
Yes, that's why
That's
we had the
great.
conversation. So
That
That's
is
great.
great.
Terrific.
That had to make you feel good,
it
didn't it?
did.
Oh, I
It
bet.
did.
Well, again, thank you both for being here this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Great. And so at this time, we're going to turn it over to George. And George is with CBS Inc. And their company, George's company, is a corporate sponsor with us. And they offer different opportunities with, I'm a moving. Okay. Good afternoon,
Good
George.
afternoon.
I'm
Thank
glad
you
you
for having
slid
me.
on in there.
Yeah.
You're
Slide
going
right
great.
on it.
That's right. We
Thank
love
you
you.
for having me.
Okay, so George's company offers different opportunities with business
Office equipment.
office equipment. Thank you so much. I was thinking copiers, but I knew there was a general term for this.
Yeah.
So so George, thank you for joining us.
Thank
Please share with us what you can do for our members and what opportunities are available to them.
Okay, CBS Inc., which is CBS Imaging Solutions, I have founded it 30 years ago. We are an exclusive Kyocera copier, printer, dealer, full line. And we have just acquired the dealership for Panasonic desktop scanners and document management. So I'm going to talk about Kyocera right now. And what we did is we are offering to the members of MSATP special pricing on Kyocera copiers and printers, starting from 30% off all the way to 45 and 50% off depending on the model. And through the network of Kyocera nationwide, we can deliver a copier or a Kyocera printer anywhere in the nation, provide you service. And some of you who may be stuck in a lease don't think that you cannot get out of the lease. Send it to me. You have my information on the screen. Send it to me, and chances are we may be able to buy the lease out without, and this is very important, without obligating you for the lease buyout. How is that happen? That's something between me and Kyocera. But if you have any, if you are not happy with your machine or you're spending too much, just send me the lease document and I will look over it and see if we can provide you with a better solution. But the way we do it is we are professionals. We come to you, or we educate you on what you need. We don't oversell you. We don't undersell you. We offer you the right solution at the right time. We do not work on commissions, and that's very important. So it is not in our interest to oversell you a machine that you do not need. So, and I thank very much Sandy for having us, for having me here. And shortly, once we get finalized with Panasonic, I will offer special pricing for Panasonic scanners to the members.
Wonderful. Thank you, George.
Thank
So our discount program, when you log into the members only area within the website and just scroll down and look for CBS Inc. And if you click on that accordion, you'll see all the details, and you'll also, again, see George's information. So once we get the information about Panasonic, we'll add that to that area, so you'll be able to view all the details at that time.
One other thing, if you log into that and if there is a specific Kyocera model or Panasonic model that is not there, please inform me or inform Sandy. We will get you special pricing for that. Our website is under construction. It should be up very shortly. It's www.cbsimaging.com. You can go there and see the full line of Kyocera equipment and copiers.
Wonderful. Thank you, George,
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Boy, we brought in a lot today between the financial literacy and this great discount program. I'm just really glad that everyone was able to join us this afternoon. I know this is a little change in the time. Usually we're joining each other in the morning, but hopefully everybody had a great afternoon and was eating their lunch while they watched this great TV. Yeah, I like this
It
is like
works perfectly.
to be there, to be there. So next week is very exciting. Next week, we're going to be coming live from Minnesota. Yes, I said Minnesota. That's where I'm going. I'm going out to Viking land. So, but we're going to be live streaming and our guest in Minnesota will be Gear Up. We are going to have Justin and Tim Sandstrom from the Gear Up, and they're going to be talking about the upcoming tax seminars that they're going to be hosting for us. I'm sorry, not hosting, presenting for us. Apologize for that error. And so they'll give us some details, give us some highlights, giving us some little tidbits, I hope,
Mhm.
on what we can expect next during their presentations.
And there will
That
be a
start in
lot, no
September.
doubt.
Yes,
Yes.
and so it'll be great. And like I said, and we will be back to the morning. So next week's show will be back at 9 a.m., 8 a.m. my time, apparently. So I'll be having my coffee in front of me at that time.
Mhm.
So make sure you tune in.
We'll be on.
Again, I want to thank all our guests today, and you have a wonderful afternoon.